Well, good afternoon, or I should say good morning, or wherever time zone we're in. It's Drew from the Porch Sessions back in Orebro, Sweden at Schriebers Garage, and one of the coolest places you'll ever go to in Sweden. We just finished up playing at the Folk at Heart Festival, put on by our good friends Andreas and Anders Domberg. Thank you for having us. It was a wonderful time. We're here with our good friend Steve Eriksson from Gothenburg, Sweden. Again, this is Porch Sessions Sweden style here. So, Steve, thank you for being here.
Thanks.
I appreciate that
Thanks.
so much. So, and now tell us a little bit about yourself. You've had a really long and varied career, and you were in New York City for a while, weren't you?
Yeah, in the mid '80s, and that was my school.
Yeah?
Music school. I played with so many good musicians. Even for 2 weeks, I played a little bit with Pete Seeger.
Wow.
Yeah, on stage there with other people, and that was amazing.
That was incredible. That's incredible. How did you get from Sweden to New York City?
I was supposed to play bluegrass. I was aiming for San Francisco. At that time, the best bluegrass musicians were in San Francisco. But I got stuck in New York because I met so many good people.
Not a bad place to be stuck
No,
here. So,
no.
so you've got a really interesting career because you sit in with a lot of artists. You
Yeah.
play with everybody. I've seen you. You're able to like get up and play with absolutely anybody. In fact, you played with our friend Matthew Check at Folk at Heart
That was
this
fun.
year, and you're like, yeah, sure. You've got this great attitude of like, yeah, I can do it, no problem. So, I mean, how did you get to that point in your life where you can just play with anybody?
You know, when I was in New York, I played with a guy called Rod McDonald. We never rehearsed. And he was the booking guy at a place called Speakeasy in the village. And we were standing on the stage. It doesn't matter who we played. And he says, just turned over to me and said, key of E. Okay.
So you got some really good training for that.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's excellent. So what I love about your music and your songwriting is that it's so reflective of you as a person. They're very warm and positive and sweet. And I love how you just are so kind and gracious about your relationship with your wife. It's so endearing. Because so many people write these songs about, how sad they are because someone doesn't love them or this, that, and the other. Your songs are the opposite, and it's wonderful. So I really appreciate you sharing that. So what song are we going to hear from you today?
I was thinking about it's one called "It Would Have Been You."
And there you go. Yeah.
So I never had a sister, and it's kind of what do you say? If you don't have a sister or a brother or something, if I've met someone, if you were my brother, I would never change you for anything in the world. That's kind of a thing about this song. It would have been you.
I love that. Well, I can't wait to hear it for here. Steve Eriksson in Orebro, Sweden on the Porch Sessions edition 2023. Thanks for being here.
Thanks. If I could have chosen the one to be my sister, my friend, and a soulmate to me. If I could have picked just one rose from the vine, a flower of beauty that I could call mine, it would have been you. It would have been you. If I had to sing in the cause of a prayer, a voice to give comfort and laughter to share, it would have been you in the garden of charms that I would have gathered in welcoming arms. It would have been you. It would have been you. Well, it would have been you among millions of stars that blood wishing night beyond Venus and Mars. If I could have chosen right out from the blue, it would have been magic. It would have have been you. I thank God each day for the sister he chose, the soul of an angel in wraps of the rose, the calm of the water in which I can sing, the soul of an angel blows in the breeze. It would have been you. It would have been you. If I could have chosen the one to be my sister, my friend, and a soulmate to me. If I could have picked just one rose from the vine, if I were a beauty that I could call mine, it would have been you. It would have been you. It would have been